Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Goal 2 and today we will cover what can you do there, writing and project. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazna Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Our objectives for today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson you will be able to read the postcard, complete a chart with specific information, and design a brochure or a poster for a resort. Before we do this, let's make a quick revision on our last lesson. Last lesson, we have this interesting text about places to visit in Saudi Arabia. And we talked about the future of Saudi Arabia, and also we talked about three different types of tourism. We talked about the environmental tourism, when we said that people can go to the forests, to the parks, and also we talked about the family beach holidays where people can go to beaches like Al Ugair Beach, and also we talked about the cultural tourism where people can go to Al Ula to enjoy the traditional art and the historical sites there. Not only this, but also we have learned different new vocabularies, like for example assets. What did we say the meaning of assets? We say that the benefits or the advantages, and also we have other words or we have illicit other words for vision like goals and dreams. And also we talked about the three types of tourism as we said, and also what is Saudi Arabia doing right now to share its culture around the world. Also, the last exercise we did is when I ask you to try to think of your favorite place and tell me why did you choose it. Express your opinion. So not only choosing the place, but also to use or to support your choice with an opinion. For example, those who chose Al-Baha can say that we like Al-Baha because we like to enjoy nature. We like to walk in the forests. And people who chose Al-Ula, they can say, I like Al Ula because I like historical sites. I like to see the stone formations. I like to enjoy the traditional arts. And those people who chose Al Ugair Beach, they said that I like Al Ugair because I like to enjoy the sea. I like to swim. I like to do many activities with water. So this is how you can choose and tell us what do you like, and also how can you support your opinion. And now with our lesson for today, I would like you, before we read a mail, I would like you to tell me about this picture. Have a deep look at this picture and tell me, did you do a similar activity to this picture? Have you experienced such an experiment before? Because when you do, then in this email, we're going to listen or we're going to read this email that talks about similar activities when they can use the cable car and enjoy it and enjoy the weather there. So this is a question for you. Have you ever tried this cable car before? And if you do, let's read more activities about, let's read more about similar activities. So here you can see this email. We're going to read this email and we're going to explain these parts of this email because you should write a similar email too. So let's talk about this email first. This email, this is the to, it means the receiver of this email. And this is from, this is the sender of this email, and this is the subject. You need to write down what is the subject of this email. Now, let's read this email and then we're going to explain further about the parts of this email. Dear Maha, my family and I are having a fantastic winter vacation in Abha. There are so many activities to do. You can go rock climbing in the mountains, take a boat on the Abha Dam Lake, and even ride a cable car. Today, we are visiting the Shada Palace Museum and the Abha Great Mosque. Tomorrow, we are going to the Asir National Park and we're going hiking in the forest there. You can enjoy nature here, and you can also buy great souvenirs. See you soon, Badriya. So here we have an email from Badriya. She talked about the kind of activities that she did or can do also in Abha. Let's talk about these activities. So she mentioned one activity, which is rock climbing in the mountains. Also the other activity she talked about, which is take a boat on the Abha Dam Lake, and also riding a cable car. So this is why I said that if you have tried these activities before. But nevertheless, let's talk about how this email is formed. Let's talk about the parts of this email and try to explain them a little bit, because you're going to write a similar email to it. So this email started with a greeting. As we have learned before, we have different words that we should use when we are greeting. Like, for example, dear, hi, hello. So these words can be used when we are greeting. Also, this is the main text. This is all the main text. See how even Maha or Badriya organized her ideas. So she started by saying who is coming with her and where are they exactly. And also she talked about the kind of activities that you can do. Also, she talked about the kind of activities that she will do today by starting a new sentence, and she said today. Today. Not only this, but she talked also about the activities that she will do tomorrow by starting a new sentence, and she said tomorrow we are going. So you see how these ideas were organized. So you start with a greeting, and with the main idea, just tell where you are, in which city are you in, and also talk about the activities. Not only this, when you finish talking about the activities, tell us what did you do today and what are you planning to do tomorrow. Like Badriya, what Badriya written. So she said that I am in Abha, and this is the kind of activity I will do today, and this is the kind of activity that I will do tomorrow. And here she closed this email by saying great phrases or great expressions like see you soon, waiting for your reply, wish you all the best. This is how can we conclude or close an email. Of course, we write similar statements, and at the end we write our names. So again, it's very important that we know how can we form an email, because we are going to write a similar one. So on exercise B, I would like you to research another resort in your country. Complete the chart with notes about the resort. So we have talked about many places where we can go and enjoy our holidays. So what we need to do now is just think of any resort and write down or fill this chart with the information. So I'll try to do it with you. So when we talk about the location, when we think of a resort and its place, we can say that we know a resort in Saudi Arabia. And the second one, what type of resort? Is it cultural? Is it environmental? Is it holiday? Let's say that it is an environmental resort, like for example in forests or in beaches and so on. And what kind of activities we can do when we go to this resort? We can play tennis, we can enjoy food from different restaurants and cafes. So this is the kind of activity we can do when we go to the environment, to an environmental resort. And also what you like about the place? I like the beautiful mountains around the resort. So this is only an example of an environmental resort. So just think of any resorts that we have here in Saudi Arabia, and first thing, write where it is, and also write what type of tourism or what type of resort is it. Is it cultural, where you can enjoy arts and history? Is it environmental, where you can enjoy mountains and forests? Or is it holidays, where there is only beaches and games for kids and so on? So think of it, and also write down what kind of activities that you would do if you go to that resort. And also at the end, what you like about the place. What are the things that you like? Some people say that we like the food, we like the surface, we like the place, the area surrounding the resort. You can talk about many things that you like about this resort. Now, imagine that you are at a resort in Saudi Arabia and write an email to a friend. Say what you can do there and say what you are planning to do during your stay. Use the notes from the chart. So here we have, as I said, here you have an email and you need to write down a similar email. You need to write down a similar email. Just imagine yourself that you are at a resort and write a mail to a friend. And you must talk about the activities you can do and what you are planning to do. So let me help you here in this one. So in this email, and this is an example that we should follow this one. And this email is started by always, we start by a greeting. Like here, for example, we wrote, Dear Maha. You can, as I said, you can think of many words that you would like to add. Like, for example, hi, hello, dear, and so on. And next we have the main idea. So what exactly the main idea for the email that I'm writing? It's already written here. It says that write an email, say what you can do there and say what you are planning to do during your stay. So what are the things you can do and what are you planning to do? Two things you should write. So here for this example email, here we have written what can we do, okay? Badriya here wrote what can she do by saying, for example, you can go rock climbing in the mountains, take a boat in the Abha Dam Lake, and also ride a cable car. So this answered the first one, which is what can you do there? And what you are planning to do, this is the second part. What are you planning to do? Also in this email answered. You can write about the things that you are planning to do today. For example, today we are visiting the Shada Palace Museum and the Abha Great Mosque. And for tomorrow, we are going to the Asir National Park and we're going hiking in the forest there. So you can think of, or you can organize your ideas or organize the activities that you will write about by talking about the activities you can do and what you are planning to do today and tomorrow. Okay? And also you need those, what do I mean by words that show order, like for example today and tomorrow. These words show order, so the people who read your email can know what did you do today and what you are planning to do tomorrow. And also with closing, like these phrases, see you soon, waiting for your reply, and wish you all the best. All of these closing phrases, you can use it in your email. So just think of it. And you can also use this chart. You can also use this chart to help you grasp some information. For example, Badriya wrote about Abha. You can write about an environmental resort. You can say, for example, I'm going to the environmental resort. You can ride a motorcycle. You can swim, and what I'm doing today I'm going to play tennis, and tomorrow I'm going hiking. So you can write similar ideas and activities about any resort you can think of that you already fill in the chart before. So now imagine that, as we said, this is the chart that you can fill it in, or the information that you already wrote. You can use it here and write down the activities to help you with writing your email. You can, as I said, just use the example from Abha's email from Badriya and use it here just to include all the information that you would like. So our project for today, I would like you to design a brochure for a vacation resort. Presented to the class, you can use your notes from the chart in exercise B or create an imaginary resort. So if you don't find a resort that you would like, or you want to make a brochure on that resort, you can just go to the chart you already fill in. This chart is very important as we're going to use it when we are writing an email and also when we are designing a brochure. So it's very important to use the information here. So you can write down a brochure. Usually we use brochures to make advertisement. So people who read that brochure, they will come to that resort. So you can see, come to the resort, okay? You can enjoy, and just write the attractions. Write down the things that people, when they come, will see it very attractive and very worth visiting. You can say, come to the resort, enjoy the beautiful mountains around the resort. Come to the resort as we have different foods from different restaurants. Come to the resort as we're going to have different sport activities. So you can think of as many activities as you like. And also when you do, just make a similar poster to this with a picture and write down all of the information. And if you can't find the resort, you can use or create an imaginary resort. Now, before we finish, I would like to talk about the email again, as it's very important that you write an email similar to it. So let's go back to the email. As I said here, this email is very important that we know how to write an email, as it's a very important skills nowadays. And we said that always all the emails, whether it's about resorts or about any other subject, all of them must start with the greetings. You start with a greeting and you start a new line, talk about the main ideas or the activities that you would like, or the main purpose of why you are writing an email. So this example, we have, for example, Badriya. She talked about the activities she's doing at Abha because she wants her friend Maha to come and join her. So when you finish the greeting, write about your main idea. Write about the main purpose of why are you writing this email. So in our case here, we said that it's always important to use the words that can show order. Like, for example, today and tomorrow. And also it's important to, when we are finishing an email, to write similar sentences like this. You can enjoy nature. You can also buy great souvenirs. We can say also that you can do certain activities after we list so many activities in the beginning. So Badriya here wrote so many activities, and at the end she added further activities for her friend Maha to come and enjoy and experience as well. So also with the closing, here we have the two parts of closing. Closing is not only written our name, but also we should precede our name by similar sentences like see you soon, write back to me, waiting for your reply. Such phrases is very important when we are closing. Also, you should write your name at the bottom of an email. Any email you write, you should put your name at the bottom, as it's very important to have such an email. So again, don't forget to use the chart to write about the resort you would like to write about. And also, try to be specific, not only saying Saudi Arabia, try to say which part of Saudi Arabia this resort is. And don't forget to talk about what type of resort is it, and also what kind of activities that people can see or have in that resort. Also, what you like about the places. You can think of as many you can write as many sentences as you like. Maybe people say that we like the surface, we like the mountains or the scenery around the place, we like the state-of-the-art facilities that at that resort, we like the people. There are many things you can think of when you talk about a resort. So it's very important for you to use such information when you are writing an email. And don't forget to write down or to go step by step for those activities that I talked about earlier, just to have a very thorough email and a very complete email, as we have with the emails of Badriya that we have seen today. So before we finish, here we have on a workbook, don't forget to check page 104, as we have additional reading and writing practice. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.